Surina, one thing you spoke about with me recently was this whole concept that Malaysians don't tell our stories very well. And you think this is a huge issue. I mean, I kind of agree with this, is that we've got really good companies or really good initiatives or programs and stuff, but because we don't know how to express it in a way that wows the world, we're not able to scale it or take it to the next level. How do we do it? I mean, how do we learn to tell stories better and brand ourselves? I guess maybe that's the word, but I don't know.
So I think it's just telling the story. So I had this realization, which is one of the things that I actually studied improv comedy, actually.
Okay. No wonder.
And so I always thought that you have to come up with a brilliant thing, so that people will laugh, right? But in that class, what they teach you is that sometimes you just start talking and telling a story and things come up.
Okay.
And so for me personally, I would always think that our stories were not good enough. So for example, we can say, what do you talk about? What do you have for breakfast? Oh, I don't really have breakfast because I thought it would be strange that we have nasi lemak for breakfast, right? Then I realized that difference is what makes us unique. And so we need to embrace the fact that, let's talk about what makes us unique. It's unique, not strange. And so even thinking through those two words, it's the labels that you choose.
Sure.
Okay? So some people might say that eating nasi lemak is strange. Like, oh, that's so strange. But then if you say, actually, it's very unique, you should try it. So it's just more of a mindset. It's more of an attitude.
And how do we, like for companies, right? I mean, so we've got, interesting Malaysian companies that they want to scale and want to grow and potentially has the business model and the nuance to scale.
Yeah.
But we just don't have that DNA in us to go out there and tell that story. And sometimes it seems fake when you get these branding agencies to talk it, right?
So what did I say just now? I said it starts with you.
Okay, the leader.
So no. Like you have to internalize first. You have to really internalize. Like, who are you? What are you good at? And then because if you don't have that sense of pride of this is me. This is who I am. This is what I'm good at. And then that belief. You have to have this self-belief, and that's the hard work that you have to do.
Yeah.
Even for me, I went through this whole journey of, I'm not, so and so is better, this one's better, and then I started
that
to develop that. It's not so much the self-confidence, because I think a lot of us have confidence. It's that internal conviction. Like, who am I? What do I stand for? So you have to ask yourself, what do you stand for? What are your set of beliefs? Because what you do will always change, but it's that belief system.
Right.
That's the part that's core. That's the part that you have.
And now you in MDEC, one of your aims is to rewrite that story, or maybe not rewrite, but reframe it.
Reframe
in a very different light, right? So what's that story that MDEC's going to stand for?
MDEC story, you mean? So that part of the story remains this unchanged, because when we were created, we were all about leading transformation, building something out of nothing, right? And so now we're all about continuing to move the digital economy forward. And so the role that we play, playing to our strengths, we've always been connectors, and so we continue to connect. Right now we play this very unique role of connecting private sector and public sector. And now more importantly, because like I said, digital is no longer vertical, it's a horizontal. Like, we need to make sure that everybody is connected. And so making sure that all the agencies are connected and ministries are all talking together, that's the spirit that we bring. So everybody come and then let's figure this out. So for example, the spirit of just connecting and conversing, we launched this thing called the MIPC, which is the Malaysian Innovation Policy Council. What is that all about? Really, it's just a forum that we'll all come and talk and get the right brains together, and then that's what happens. That's also the spirit of Malaysia Tech Week. Malaysia Tech Week is about
which is what's happening right now.
Just bringing everybody together. Because amazing things happen when you start to converse.
Dialogue. Yeah, absolutely.
Earlier on this afternoon, I was in Magic with one of the programs this afternoon was the Alibaba Netpreneur program, and so it was the Raising Asian Dragons. And so the alumni from their Netpreneur and e-founder came, and they had all these programming. And so this afternoon they were sharing stories, and they're all, you see, what was interesting about this afternoon when they were literally just telling a story, like you were just conversing. But when you do that, you start to connect with people, because the reality of it is that anything that you do Because humans, at the end of the day, are pre-wired for connection, right?
Absolutely.
And
Yep.
so I can talk to you about, I
Yep.
can give you all the
Sure.
statistics about business,
yeah.
this and that, and
doesn't-
but if you're not
Bonded.
connecting,
Yeah.
that doesn't work. So in a company like Apple, for example, why are they so good? Because they
Yep.
somehow have figured out that connection. They figured out their whys. They have to connect, and so it resonates. So somehow for us, we have to do this hard work of internalizing.
And will MDEC be helping companies? I mean, like your game program and others,
We will continue
helping
to do that.
companies to tell that story.
Yeah.
And-
So
yeah.
absolutely. We've already started to tell people that you have to tell your story. But it's an art, So
Yeah.
it's something that you need to practice. That's why I asked, like, all right, so who are you, and like, what are you good at? So for us, we have to practice. The one
Yep.
thing we have to practice, like, what are you good at? What are you good
Absolutely.
at?
Very
And
good.
it's hard. It's
Yeah,
uncomfortable,
it is,
right?
it is, it
It's
is.
uncomfortable.
It is.
Even me, like, I feel like
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
But we'll get there. I think.
But we'll get there.
I think
We'll
we
get
see a
there.
lot of the younger folks are a
Yeah.
lot more vocal and,
Yeah.
and expressive.
And then not shy to
Yes.
be to make bold
Statements
claims.
about-
Like,
yeah.
I want to be the best.
Yeah.
Because our culture now is say, like, there's a little of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also there's that whole stigma. I mean, when I set up my
Stigma, that's
company, I said we are the science of building leaders, and everybody, you can't say you're the science. Who are you? Like, I'm
Well, then there's
making
also,
that
like,
statement.
Who
right?
are you to be a leader?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
who do you think
yeah.
you are? And like, yeah.
But
So
we kind of
we have to
go through it, and then
we have to
after a
go
couple
through
of years, like, oh, okay, these guys got
Exactly.
science, man.
Yeah.
So well, thanks a lot. Appreciate that input, and
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
No worries.
And,
we'll catch up, I'm sure, another
we'll
time,
play
and
some more.
we'll get more insights from you.
Thank you.